If you are buried in debt and you are literally physically sick about it, that your shoulders hurt, you can't sleep, and you're getting panic attacks, or you just simply want to get out of debt, this is the most important video you have ever seen in your financial life. The great news is that if you're in debt, you don't have to pay everything and the law protects you. Hello everyone, I am so excited you're joining us here today. Can you remember a time in your life when you didn't have a care in the world? Maybe that was when you were 10, maybe that was when you were 15, or maybe when you got married, before you got married, or maybe before you met your mother-in-law. But I can promise you that the weight you've been carrying in your shoulders because of debt will be lifted today. Can you imagine being able to eliminate your debt by 50% or more? And not only that, but only pay a quarter of what you pay right now in your monthly payments? Not only that, but being able to start building your credit back up so that you can buy the things that really matter in life, like your house, or maybe start up your own business. Can you imagine buying a house, live in it for 5 years, then sell it to make an $80,000 profit? Well, you're gonna start making tons of money the moment you eliminate the bad debt you have now and use your buying power to get good debt that will make you thousands of dollars. There is no way you can leave today feeling the same, because what we are going to learn today is so powerful that's going to change your life. Now, I need a commitment from you. We know that you want to eliminate your debt. We know that you have tried many different things, watched all the videos on YouTube about the topic, and nothing seems to be working. So I need two things from you. I need you to stay until the end, and at the end, I need you to make a commitment to yourself about eliminating debt today. Don't worry, I'm not here to sell you anything, but you'll be doing one of the most powerful yet easy commitments that will change your life forever. Are we ready to learn? Well, again, welcome everybody. Like I said, my name is Sam Torres. I'm an online debt advisor. I'm also a real estate agent and investor, and I have helped hundreds of families buy and sell their houses. But most importantly, I have helped just as many families get out of debt. And this is how it all started. As a real estate agent, I noticed that out of 100 families needing to buy homes, only 3 could buy their house. Now, the main reason why they couldn't buy homes was not because of their bad credit, believe it or not. They had too much debt. Believe me, your current bad debt is keeping you in the dark, and it's not letting you see the great opportunity there is out there for you to make tons of money with good debt. But don't worry, you're smart enough to start getting out of debt today, right? You have probably watched all the YouTube videos explaining how to get out of debt. Some of them say just don't pay, wait 7 years, and you can start all over again. The problem with this tactic is that it's actually more than 8 years that you have to wait. First, you need to stop paying. Second, your account will be sent to collections. This process will take a few months. And third, you can start counting the 7 years. This will be the most excruciating years of your life, because you won't be able to even borrow to buy a Christmas gift. You won't be able to buy a car, you won't be able to start a business, and most importantly, you won't be able to buy a house, without taking into consideration that it will be one of the most shameful years of your life. Another tactic that it's been taught out there is the snowball tactic. This tactic gives you advice to pay off the smallest account first, then use the money to pay the second smallest account until you get to your bigger account and pay it off. They also advise for you to make larger payments than the minimum, but this clearly tells us that whoever is teaching those methods have never been in debt in their lives. Every single time I see people teach that method, I laugh, because they don't have any idea what it feels like to be in debt. They want us to do bigger payments, pay off the smallest accounts first, then the big ones, but what they don't understand is that we have a massive headache caused by our debt. Our stress levels are breaking us apart, and we have anxiety attacks every day. And you mean to tell me to do extra payments when money is what I don't have? That's as good advice as telling you if you're thirsty, drink water. Another tactic that people use the most, that I really need to cover so you don't fall in this trap, is getting a bigger loan to pay off all your accounts. You've probably seen billboard advertisements from the big banks offering loans to pay off your debt, but let me tell you one thing. They are not there to help you. They're there to make millions of dollars out of people like you, and the reality is that you will end up with a bigger debt. Let me explain. This is what is going to happen when you attempt this method. Let's assume that you owe $20,000 in debt. You will go to your bank to apply for the loan, and the bank will gladly cheer, "Congratulations, you are qualified for $25,000. Now remember that you only owe $20,000, but the representative, because he's going to get a great commission, he's going to push those $25,000 until you get them, because the banks are there to keep you in debt. That's how they stay filthy rich. The banks hate when you talk about eliminating your debt, because the moment you eliminate your debt, the way I'm going to show you, they always lose a client. Now it's very hard to say no to $25,000 that will cover your existing accounts with a balance of $20,000. Then you are left with $5,000 to do whatever you want with it. And believe me, you will be very, very excited about your new monthly payment because it's a bit lower than what you were paying. It's all in one place, and the bank representative made you feel like a champion. The bank rep will get his hefty commission, you will get your $25,000 deposited into your bank account, and everyone is happy, right? Wrong. You just made the worst mistake when trying to eliminate debt. Let me tell you a story. My last client that did this had a $15,000 debt, went to the bank and was lured to get a loan for $20,000. She did the second worst thing that most people do, believe it or not. She didn't pay her debt. She saw $25,000 in her bank account, more money than she's ever seen before, and started rationalizing why she didn't need to pay a couple of accounts and how she could still manage to pay out the $20,000 new loan while paying the other debt. So she only paid $9,000 from a couple of accounts and kept $11,000 just in case. What did she do next? She took some really nice vacations. She went to some really nice restaurants for a couple of months, and the money is gone. Now, you might be saying she's crazy, and she is, but the statistics show that most people do the same exact thing one way or another. And that takes us to what will change your life forever. The problem is not logical, but psychological. Let me ask you this. Why did we allow ourselves to get in debt? Why is it that we can't resist buying products every day when they are presented to us? Why is it that although we know we are in debt, we still think, oh, what's one more purchase? Why? The answer is we are addicted to purchasing. It goes something like this. It is the weekend and it's time to go out window shopping. Upon arrival, we see wonderful products, the latest fashion brands with models showing you how well you will look and how cool you will be if you use their products. If you're a man, you probably are going through all the tools for your garage, widgets, gadgets, and all the latest electronics. And think to yourself, how cool will I be if I just had that, right? But whatever the product is, you check your bank account and realize that you don't have much money. But no worries, we live in America, the most prosperous nation in the world, and today with just one signature, you can take all you want home and be up to date with the latest fashion and have the latest electronics available to humankind with just one signature. And of course, the endorphins in your body start acting, your happiness levels spike up, you feel phenomenal, extremely happy and accomplished. But when you get your first bill for your new credit card you just got, you realize that you don't love those items that much anymore. They don't make you excited, they don't make you happy, and the joy you had about them transforms into worry and stress. All of a sudden, you realize that the only thing you have is one huge debt. That's when you feel like you can't take it anymore. Your shoulders and neck hurt from so much stress. You start getting panic attacks every day, but you can't stop spending because the happiness spikes. Feels so good when you purchase something new that you keep falling into this trap. And it happens over and over again until your financial life is ruined. By then, probably your marriage is ruined as well, because the statistics show that the main reason for divorce is financial struggle. Alcoholics experience the same thing. Happiness spikes, they feel their body floating, they feel happy, relief that they can forget things while they drink, but it's all temporary and we all know it. And it pains me to tell you, but we have been spending addicts. We feel so excited when we purchase that new thing. We drug ourselves knowing that we are experiencing something that will make us happy. We feel important because we are wearing the same things that Scarlett Johansson is wearing. But the reality is that in our financial life, we are no better than the drug addict and the alcoholic. But don't worry. Today, we are going to break that curse. Today, your life will change forever because you will make a commitment to yourself. So what is there to do? We're in debt. We are literally physically sick of this and we need help. The first thing is to accept reality. I know some people say, I am not an spending addict. I just had a few setbacks in my life that got me into debt, and I totally understand. Now, the great thing about it is that if you accept your condition, you don't have to tell your friends or family. They don't need to know, but you need to accept the condition you're in right now. The second thing is to surrender. In war terms, when one side is losing, they raise the white flag, which means they surrender. When they surrender their arms, they surrender their territory, they become what the winner wants them to become. In the same manner, you are going to have to surrender your debt. Do not try to keep it. Do not try to hold on to it. You need to let it go, and I'm going to tell you how you can do that and be up on your feet in no time. The third thing you have to do is communicate it. Communication creates commitment. You need to communicate your situation with a professional that will help you get out of the problem. Remember, the problem is not logical, it's psychological. If you wanted to be out of debt, you could have logically gotten out of it a long time ago, but we have a bigger problem, and you need to communicate this to a professional. Now, don't worry, I'm not asking you to buy a coaching program. I'm not here to sell you anything, remember, because this webinar is your coaching and you are getting it for free, but you have to communicate it to someone. And I will tell you how you can do that. Now, the last thing you need to do, the fourth thing, is commitment. You have to make a commitment if you want to get out of debt. Anything other than that, it will be just a failed attempt. So in summary, you have to accept your condition, you have to surrender, you have to communicate it, and you have to commit. Now, how do you do all those things? Well, remember that I told you that I was going to ask you to make a commitment to yourself? Well, we are here. The best possible option for you to eliminate your debt, relieve stress, eliminate the headaches and panic attacks is by you speaking with a professional who will do 4 things for you without you spending any money. Number 1, listen to your situation. Remember, you have to communicate it. We are accepting that we are in trouble, right? Well, now we have the opportunity to open up and confess to get this issue resolved. Number 2, they will start negotiating your debt on your behalf to eliminate 50% or more of your debt. This is what will make the difference between everything you have ever heard about eliminating debt. And believe me, they have teams of attorneys who know all the debt laws and understand how to make your lender liable for your debt. Remember, the government is making the lenders responsible for people's debt. The reason behind it is because these lenders use very predatory practices that make you buy stuff. The government is making them responsible for your debt. But we have a problem. You don't know what the laws are. I don't know what the laws are. You have to know how to play the game, and these attorneys will be able to fight for you without you spending any money, and I'll explain why. Number 3, after they negotiate and eliminate debt all the way down, in some cases 50%, in other cases 70%, the professionals will grab all of that debt and put it into one very small payment that will get you out of debt in no time. They won't give you money the way the banks do. They won't get you into more debt. In the contrary, they specialize in negotiating hard, bring down your balances to 50% or more, and give you a very insignificant monthly payment you can easily pay and get out of all your debts in no time. Number 4, remember that you need to make a commitment. They will definitely hold you accountable. And that's good. That's what we want. That's what we need. If nobody's watching, if you're not accountable to anyone, you will keep going back to the same trap. But if you put everything in the hands of the professionals, they will take care of you massively. And the most important thing is that you don't have to spend money doing this. You don't have to incur into more debt to have the professionals do an excellent job for you. So where can you go? Where can you find these professionals that won't make you spend more money in fees and commissions for their services? Because I've been in this business for a very long time and I have referred my clients to every company you can think of out there, there is only one that stands out and has been operating for more than 20 years, has a great team of professionals that are ready to help you, and most importantly, they have a team of attorneys who will get head to head with your credit companies or your lenders. Remember, you are going against the biggest companies in the world. The credit card companies, the banks to whom you owe money are the richest corporations in the world, and you need the very best to fight for you and negotiate your debt all the way down to a very insignificant level. So after working with a couple of dozen companies, the only one that has brought consistent results, 5-star rating, insured, bonded, certified by multiple financial regulatory agencies is a company called Cura Debt. I'm placing the phone number right here on the screen so that you can call right now. It is okay to leave the webinar. If you need to call them, do yourself a favor. Take a screenshot so you don't lose the number, but call right now. When you call, what is going to happen is that they are going to ask you whether you have more than $10,000 in debt and whether you could at least pay $300 a month. That doesn't mean that your new payment will be $300. They just want to confirm that you are willing to pay after they eliminate your debt for you. And they don't want any people to have their debt eliminated and not pay the small balance left. They want commitment, remember? So call them now. I am not done. There's a little bit more explaining I will do, but feel free to call the number and find out how much debt you can eliminate today. Cura Debt is by far the best company out there. It is not the biggest, but it's the one with the most 5-star ratings because they focus on customer satisfaction. Cura Debt has 12 awards and certifications from financial and review companies that just simply makes them the best. If you go to their Google reviews, you can see right away how people love working with them. So it's okay to call now, talk to them, and ask how much you can eliminate today. Remember, you can keep being hostage to the system. The banks want to keep giving you loans because you are a gold mine to them that makes them filthy rich. The stores, vendors, and marketers will keep harassing you with predatory practices that will make you buy their product. The shiny objects will always be in front of you to make you fall into the temptation, but you shouldn't let them do that to you. So call the number right now and get out of the system that is getting you physically sick. I told you in the beginning that I was going to ask you to make a commitment to yourself, and this is it. Commit to calling this number right now. As simple as that. It's a very simple step process. It doesn't cost you anything. You can ask all the questions you want and they will be there to answer everything because customer satisfaction is their main priority. Now, I know what you're feeling. You feel like there should be another way, but there is no other way. Believe me, if there is anyone that's extremely interested in finding the easiest and fastest way to eliminate debt, it's me. Why? Because I want to put my clients into houses. If I don't find the easiest and fastest way for my clients to eliminate debt, I don't eat. My family doesn't eat. And that's why I put together this webinar to help people get out of debt. But most importantly, get them ready to start buying what really matters in life and what will literally give them thousands of dollars. For example, if you buy a house, you live in it for 5 years, then sell it, you can make $50,000, $80,000. If the real estate market is booming, you can make $200,000 like my client that sold in 2021, but you cannot achieve this if you are buried in bad debt. So call the number now. You got nothing to lose. They won't ask you for money. This program is there to help you find out how much debt you can eliminate. Remember, Cura Debt is the company with the most 5-star ratings, certified by more than 12 financial companies, insured, bonded, with over 20 years of experience, focusing on customer satisfaction. Do yourself a favor, take a screenshot, but don't lose the number. Call now. The representatives are waiting for your call. Getting out of debt is like losing weight, but worse. You can lose weight by simply not eating anything for days, which is very, very painful. I've tried it. Or you can lose weight with commitment, teamwork, and the fastest way to lose weight is by getting a coach. When eliminating debt, it's very similar. You can do the same. You can simply pay everything off, which is nearly impossible and very, very painful. Or you can come to a professional that, as opposed to a fitness coach, won't make you spend any money and have not only one professional, but an entire company working for you. Have them do all the heavy lifting so you can sit back, relax, and eliminate your debt. So call now, and thank you very much for attending this webinar. Again, I only make money when my clients buy houses. So if you're thinking about buying a new house in Texas, I'm offering a commission rebate of 50%. This means that if the builder pays me $9,000 in commission, I will rebate you $4,500. You can use that money for anything you want, furniture, moving expenses, or you could even take vacations with it. If you're interested, I'm going to leave a form you can fill out somewhere in the comments or description of the video, and you can reach out. Thank you so much. Call the number now for your debt consolidation. Thank you so much. Call the number now, and God bless you.